This is the story of a fox who left his maps behind, not because he was lost, but because he wanted to see what the world would show him when he stopped needing to know where he was going. If you've ever longed to pause, to wander, to be quietly free, this story is for you. There once was a fox who walked. He did not walk to deliver a letter, nor to find a home, nor to chase the fading light. His boots were worn, his pack well sorted, his coat patched with the care of quiet hands. But he walked without map or mission, without hurry or hope. He walked because the ground beneath his feet was patient. He walked because the trees did not ask him why. Each morning he greeted the path with a nod, as if it were an old friend. And the path, knowing nothing and everything, greeted him back with stones, leaves, and the occasional puddle that mirrored the sky. He passed villages, kind but puzzled. "Where are you headed, traveler?" they would ask. He would pause, tail still, eyes distant. "Forward," he would answer, not unkindly. Then they would smile politely, unsure what to make of it, and return to their tasks. And onward he went, through misty valleys and over sun-warmed ridges, his paws finding the rhythm of the world without ever needing to lead it. One twilight, as pale fog curled between the branches like sleeping breath, the fox arrived at a village that no longer ticked. Its clock tower, tall and noble once, had closed its shutters tight. No bell rang the hour, no child called the time. The hands on its great wooden face pointed somewhere in between, neither to morning nor to night. The fox stepped lightly past shuttered homes where lace curtains swayed but no eyes peeked out. He paused before the silent tower and looked up. "Did you forget the time?" he asked aloud. No answer came, only the whisper of a breeze that smelled faintly of time and dust. He stayed for 3 days. He lit no fire. He cooked no meal. He simply sat beneath the old tree in the square, carving a twig into a whistle, though he never played it. On the 4th morning, he left a note beneath the tower door. It read, "When the time is ready, you'll move again. Don't rush it." Then he walked on. Far beyond the sleeping village, the path narrowed into a hollow of earth and fern. There, half buried in moss and thyme, stood a stone smooth enough to shine. The fox paused. He had seen stones before, many, but this one looked back. It did not show his face exactly, but rather the way he had once felt when the world was full of first steps and wonder still carried no weight. He sat beside the stone for a long time. He didn't smile. He didn't cry. He only breathed, and the wind, watching, did the same. At sunset, he whispered, "I don't miss who I was, but I'm glad he was here." He left no mark on the stone. He took no picture in his journal. But that night, he walked slower. Not because he was tired, but because he was remembering how it feels to see something and not name it. The next morning, as dew glimmered on the edges of forgotten mushrooms, a crow landed on a low branch beside the path. She watched the fox for a while, head tilted, wings folded, eyes sharp as memory. "Still walking?" she asked, her voice dry as bark. "Yes," said the fox, "still no reason." He looked at the horizon. "Not one I've needed." The crow clicked her beak. And if the path ended today, then I'd sit, he said, and listen to the place where it stopped. She considered that. Not much to show for it, she muttered. No songs, no maps, no great discoveries. The fox chuckled softly. I've discovered I can be quiet without being empty. He looked up at her. And you? The crow flinched just a little, then flew off without answering. Beyond the river, past the 3 leaning trees and a path of stones shaped like a question, the fox found a clearing that no one had named. It was not marked on any map. No sign pointed to it. But it felt known in the way certain silences feel familiar. There was no ruin, no monument. Just soft grass, a low breeze, and the sound of leaves speaking without voice. He laid down his bag, not because he was tired, but because for the first time the path had nothing more to ask of him. He lay on his back and looked at the sky, watching clouds drift like unspoken thoughts. And for a moment, just one, he felt like he wasn't moving through the world, but the world was moving through him. He smiled. Later that evening, as the light folded itself into the edges of things, the fox reached into his satchel. There were pages inside, blank, still crisp, still waiting. He held one in his paw for a while. Then he didn't write. Not because there was nothing to say, but because nothing needed saying. The wind knew where he had been. The stones remembered his steps. The trees had whispered back, and he had listened. He folded the page, placed it back, and rose without regret. Somewhere ahead, the path curved out of sight, not as a promise, not as a challenge, just as an invitation. And the fox, without reason, without rush, walked on,